You're 22, and you're doing the one thing you swore you'd never do. You're adding up what she cost. There's a shoebox on the kitchen table. Not shoes, receipts. Every dinner, the shoes, the bag she wanted, the weekend away. You kept them without knowing why. Now you know. They're the only thing left in the apartment that used to be hers and yours. Brooke is gone. She walked the month the money got smaller, and here you are, doing math on a love that turned out to have a price. Here's the paradox nobody puts on a hoodie. The more you spent to keep her, the faster you lost her. Not because she was evil, she wasn't. Because every dollar you spent to be enough quietly taught her that your love had a price, and a price is a thing that only ever goes up. You learned that this morning, over a shoebox and a cold cup of coffee. But to understand how you got here, you have to go all the way back to the first date. Back to the bag in the window. Level 1, the talking stage. Rewind 12 months. You're 22 and Brooke says yes to a first date, and you feel like you just got called up to the league. Nobody warns you that the talking stage is a job interview, and the salary is you. She picks the spot, the nice one, valet out front, a menu with no prices, because a menu with prices is for people who look at prices. You put the whole night on your card. That's just the norm, and the norm has numbers. The average date night in America runs well over $100 once you count the food, the drinks, and the little extras, and the man still grabs the check most of the time. You do it happy. She's a level up, so you pay the toll. But watch what she's actually watching. It isn't you, it's the card. Does it get declined? Does he flinch at the total? Does he reach for the next one and the one after that? The talking stage feels like romance and runs like an audit. You're not being paranoid, you're just paying attention. And already there's a truth sitting on the table next to the bread. If she's grading you on the receipt, the relationship is already priced, and you're the one holding the invoice. Level 2, the honeymoon. You're 22 and a couple months in, and this is the fun level, which is exactly why it's the dangerous one. Making her happy with money feels incredible. You buy the shoes she screenshotted, and she lights up, and posts it, and tags you, and for a second, you feel 10 feet tall. That feeling is a drug, and money is the needle. So you do it again. A nicer dinner, a surprise, the flowers that cost dumb money because it's a Tuesday and you can. Economists have a boring name for what's happening to you: lifestyle inflation. You just call it being a good boyfriend. Here's the trap inside the good feeling. The gift that blows her mind today becomes the baseline she expects tomorrow. You clap for a rookie once. The second time, he's just doing his job. So the flowers stop being a surprise and start being the minimum, and the minimum keeps climbing. You feel it start to stretch you thin, and under the warm feeling, there's something cold you can't unfeel. You're not buying her happiness, you're renting it, and rent is due every single month, forever. Level 3, the Upgrade Treadmill. You're 22 and half a year deep, and the treadmill speeds up. And this is the level that decides everything. Now it's the bag, the real one, the 4-figure one, the one Brooke keeps sending you at midnight with, "Just look how cute." It's the bottle service so her friends see the table. It's the trip everybody else's boyfriend already booked. Each ask is small on its own. Stacked up, it's a car payment for a car you don't own and can't drive. And this is the exact spot where most guys reach for the thing that looks like money and isn't: the credit card. You feel the pull hard. One swipe, and she's glowing again. But you've seen where that road goes. The average American already carrying a balance owes around $6,000 on plastic, and about 6 in 10 can't cover a surprise $1,000 bill out of savings. That's the ledge you be dancing on to buy a bag. So you do the unsexy thing. You say the word no out loud, and the sky doesn't fall. The money you didn't blow on bottle service, you drop into a small emergency fund. Boring, quiet, sitting in an account doing nothing exciting, which is exactly its job. Broke isn't the real danger here. Broke while pretending you're rich is the danger, because pretending has a monthly fee. Brooke notices the no. Something in her cools by about a degree. You feel it. You file it away. You're going to need it. Level 4, the big ask. You're 22 and it's the anniversary, and the whole culture leans over your shoulder and whispers the same number, 3 months' salary. That's the rule for the ring. And here's the part they leave out. That rule is an ad. It was invented by a diamond company during the Great Depression to sell more diamonds. And it worked so well that a stone almost nobody used to put on a ring became the thing everybody had to have. Before that campaign, fewer than 1 in 10 rings had a diamond. After it, 4 out of 5 did. You're not following a tradition. You're following a marketing budget from 90 years ago. In real life, the average ring today runs about $5,000, not 3 months of your life. And the average American wedding now clocks in around $34,000, the price of a car, or a down payment, set on fire in one afternoon for the photos. Brooke starts sending you rings the way she used to send you shoes. You can feel the dare in it, like backing down means admitting you were never the man you'd been renting. But you hold the line, because the ring is marketing and the marriage is math. And a proposal you go into debt for is just a monthly payment wearing a suit. You don't buy the dare. She cools another degree. You feel that too. You keep your foundation anyway. Level 5, the storm. Your hours get cut. You're 22 when the thing happens that happens to everybody eventually. The money gets smaller without asking. Your hours get cut. Not fired, just trimmed. A few hundred less a month, the quiet kind of broke that doesn't make a sound. And right before it hit, you'd have sworn everything was perfect. That's the cruel timing of it. The week before the cut, Brooke posted you. My man, heart. You looked at that and thought, worth it. Then the extra money stopped, and you watched something you can't unwatch. Her warmth cooled in almost exact proportion to your spending. Fewer surprises, fewer replies. The dinners out became, you never take me anywhere. The gifts you couldn't do became a silence that had a temperature. Money is the number one thing couples fight about, and it's rarely really about the money. It's about what the money was quietly buying. You find out fast. You do the math one more time, and you make the call any grown man hates to make. You tell her the truth instead of the card. Things are tight for a while. I can't do the trip. And here's the awful, clarifying thing about a relationship that was priced. The second you can't pay, you get the invoice, and the invoice is her walking out the door. If losing your income loses you the person, you were never in a relationship. You were on a payment plan, and it just got declined. Level 6, what it actually cost. You're 22, back at the kitchen table, back at the shoebox, and now you know why it's the only thing she left behind. Brooke walked when the spending stopped, and it hurt exactly as much as it sounds like it would. Don't let anybody sell you the clean ending. You loved her, and losing her put you on the floor for a while. But look at what's still standing. You're broke this month, not broke forever. The emergency fund is still there. There's no card bleeding you for a woman who's gone. No ring you're paying off for a wedding that never happened. You never bought the bag in the window. The same bag she had her hand on the day you met. And standing there now, you finally get it. The warmth was tracking the spending the whole time. The receipts weren't proof of love. The receipts were the love, and it was for rent. So here's the whole thing, cold as Mr. Pete gets it. You cannot buy a person staying. You can only rent their attention, and the rent goes up until the day you can't pay. And that's the day you find out what you actually had. Spend to keep her, and you lose her the moment the money dips. Build to keep yourself, and you keep something either way. Your money, your name, your Tuesday nights. A woman worth keeping doesn't leave when the spending stops. That's the entire test, and it's free to run. You close the shoebox. This time, the receipts go in the trash, not the drawer. Outside, the bag's still in the window. You still don't buy it.